She is the recipient of the Gibson Family Scholarship, the Andy Talley Student Athlete Humanitarian Scholarship, and was a University of Notre Dame Summer Scholar. In the fall, you can find her on the Field Happy team, where she served as captain for 2 years, was voted MVP of the Philadelphia Catholic League, and was 2-time MVP. In the spring, you can find her on the lacrosse team, where she also served as captain for 2 years, was voted All-Catholic, and was 2-time team MVP. Riley has a long line of accomplishments, both in the classroom and the community. On weekends and evenings, she would spend time with the residents of Divine Providence Village, where she would teach the women to Irish dance, and each year, she would accompany them in the Philadelphia St. Patrick's Day Parade. Next year, she will be attending Villanova University on a full academic scholarship and will study in the School of Nursing. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the valedictorian for the class of 2017, Riley Dolan.
Welcome, Bishop McIntyre, family, friends, faculty, staff, administration, coaches, and mentors. We, the class of 2017, thank you for sharing in this special moment with us. And we thank those of you who worked tirelessly and endured many stressful and chaotic nights to ensure this day would be a successful and meaningful celebration for us. To my fellow candidates for graduation, I stand before you proud, honored, and humbled to address you as the 5th graduating class of this school of ours, Monsignor and Archbishop Prendergast Catholic High School. 196 weeks, 1,374 days. That is the span of time representing our first day of school, freshman year, in September of 2013, to today, June 9, 2017, our last official day as a member of Bonner and Preddy's best senior class ever. 32,976 hours, 1,978,560 minutes. Time. What is it? What does time mean? How is time defined? What do we do with our time? What will we do with our time? Classmates, I know many of you are football fans. Close your eyes and imagine, just for a minute, that you're the head coach of your favorite football team. You are playing the biggest game of your entire career, the Collegiate National Championship, the NFL Super Bowl, heck, maybe it's the Philadelphia Catholic League title game. As the first half of the game comes to an end, the score is tied. You, the head coach, bring your team into the locker room and you huddle with your assistant coaches and develop this very intricate plan to win the game in the second half. Your players burst through the locker room door, eager to get back on the field. And just as the second half kickoff is set to take place, the head official walks over to you and says, "Coach, you're in the biggest game of your life, and the score is currently tied. We're going to play the rest of the game exactly the same way we played the first half, but Coach, I'm going to make one rule change, and it's going to be a significant one. We're going to play the rest of the game without a time clock, and at some point in the future, completely unannounced, I'm going to end the game. Whoever is winning at that moment, they will be declared the winner and champion." So, classmates, since you are that coach, how would that one change affect your strategy to play the rest of the game? Would you play extremely aggressive? Would you blitz every play on defense? Would you throw a Hail Mary pass every play on offense? Because remember, the game could end at any second. Or would you play more conservatively? Would you run the ball more? Would you rotate players in and out so the team wouldn't get fatigued? Because remember, this game could literally last for not just minutes or hours, but for days and weeks and years. The dilemma this coach is facing is the challenge we face starting today, as we move to the next stage of life, the next period of time in our growth. What will we do with our time? How will we coach our second half? Today we embark on developing a strategy for the unknown, creating a strategy for an indefinite time period ahead. In the 4th century, St. Augustine wrote about the concept of time. He said, "Happy times, tough times, this is what the people keep saying. But let us live well, and times shall be good." We are the times. Such as we are, such is our time. Sometimes, classmates, we spend time waiting for thunderclaps, drum rolls, and clarion calls to alert us to what's important, when actually, it's most often the subtle and persistent signals around us that make the most difference. The persistent signals for our time these last 4 years have been God, community, and Bonner and Friendly. Regarding God, we must continue to strive to grow in faith, even if daily events conspire to cause us to forget. Take time to reflect, speak to God, and most importantly, listen for God. He is your guide along your new journey in the second half, an assistant coach with you on the sidelines. You can be born with ability, you can acquire knowledge, you can develop skill, but wisdom comes only from God. Regarding community, we here today are part of the building blocks that have made our community strong. We are your offense, defense, and your special teams. Our community is admired. We are not perfect, but I believe we strive harder than anyone else to be perfect. And that is community. Regarding Bonner and Friendly, we are unique, we have grit, we have moxie, we have strength and guile, and a character of our own making. Bonner and Friendly is the stadium the game is played in, the place where we spend most of our time with one another, growing together in friendship and in faith. When the time to reflect comes for me, and I'm confident it will be sooner rather than later, I will recall our time together fondly. I will think of the time we were the NBC 10 Game of the Week and the Bonner boys collapsed the fence, accidentally of course. I will think of the sax man blessing our ears each year at the talent show with his swift music notes. I will think of the times the softball team brought home the PCL flag and the field hockey team won the district title game. I will think of Joe Hartley running and clearing a 7-foot-tall fence, and Kirsten Dugan traveling with her GoPro, better known as PurePro. I will think of Nikki Randau's beautiful handcrafted gown she brought in for our sophomore ELA project. I will also think of Kevin Zimmerman complimenting Alicia Konecki's hair every single morning in physics class. And I will think of our junior year family food team meeting at Lanark Diner before school to create a winning game plan. But our time together is greater than that. Our time together is bigger than that. It is said that time is a gift given to you, given to give you the time you need to have the time of your life. I will think of the time in December and April of this past year on a small campus in Malvern. The gift of time stood still for many of us. 5:39 p.m., 5:58 p.m., 6:47 p.m. May we all recall the impact and meaning these times had for one another. Time is an equal opportunity employer. Each one of us has exactly the same number of hours and minutes every day. Wealthy people can't buy more hours. Scientists and entrepreneurs can't invent new minutes. And you can't save time to spend it on another day. Even so, time is fair and forgiving. No matter how much time you have wasted in the past, you still have an entire tomorrow. In closing, I'd like to share with you all a story that my grandfather always read to me, my older brother, and my younger sister that impacted my outlook on time and how I spend my time. The story goes like this. One day, a young student approached the foreman of a logging crew and asked for a job. "That depends," said the foreman. "Let's see you take down this tree." The young student stepped forward and skillfully felled a great tree. Impressed, the foreman said, "You can start on Monday." Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday rolled by, and on Thursday afternoon, the foreman approached the young student and said, "You can pick up your paycheck on the way out today." Startled, the young student replied, "I thought you gave paychecks out on Friday." "Normally we do," said the foreman, "but we're letting you go because you have fallen behind. Our charts show you went from first place on Monday to last place today." "But I'm a hard worker," the student said. "I arrive first, I leave last, and I even work through my coffee breaks." The foreman, sensing the student's integrity, thought for a minute and asked, "Have you been sharpening your axe?" "No, sir," the student replied. "I've been working too hard to take time for that." Sometimes, Grandpa would say, our lives get like that. We sometimes get so busy that we don't take time to sharpen the axe. If there is one thing you take away from my time with you this morning, remember to sharpen your axe. In the words of Mother Teresa, yesterday is gone, tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today, so let us begin. Thank you for your time and attention. I will miss you, and I wish you all nothing but the best.